Imagine two people doing everything right with their finances. They save, invest in index funds, and avoid mistakes. Yet, after 10 years, one has assets while the other relies on a salary. What's the difference? It's not discipline or intelligence, it's all about positioning. Why does positioning matter? Most focus on returns in average environments. In contrast, the wealthy optimize their environments first. The environment shapes exposure, which leads to opportunities, and those opportunities determine the wealth trajectory. Understanding strategic positioning and recognizing asymmetric opportunities can transform wealth building from a grind to a probabilistic outcome. It's not about chasing risk, it's about engineering an advantage. By the end of this video, you will learn how to choose better environments, structure upside opportunities, and protect against downturns. This knowledge will help your wealth compound effectively. Most financial advice focuses on allocation and compounding, important as they are. Yet, they operate within the environment you choose. For example, two people earning an 8% return can experience dramatically different outcomes based on their environments. If one thrives in a sector growing at 25% a year, while the other stagnates, their wealth paths will diverge despite identical efforts. The key takeaway: your greatest asset in your 20s or 30s is not capital, it's flexibility. Flexibility allows you to reposition yourself into better opportunities, changing your exposure and consequently your probability of success. In considering wealth acceleration, there are three layers to focus on: strategic positioning, asymmetric exposure, and structural risk control. Strategic positioning is about choosing environments where good outcomes are likely. It's not about hard work alone. Picture two graduates, one in a shrinking industry and the other in a booming one. After 10 years, their experiences will be worlds apart due to their chosen terrains. Asymmetric exposure means looking for opportunities with limited downsides but significant upsides. It's not about reckless risk-taking, it's about favorable reward ratios. For instance, one investment profile might present balanced risks, while another could allow a relatively small chance of a massive return. Wealth acceleration often comes from these rare, huge wins. However, exposure is necessary to seize them. Asymmetry can appear in many forms, like equity compensation or startup investing. Both paths can lead to outsized returns compared to a fixed salary. But remember, structural risk control is crucial. You need to maintain the ability to hold on to investments long enough for them to pay off. Keeping sufficient liquidity and diversifying your assets can protect you from losses that could derail your wealth-building journey. Many confuse hard work with leverage. Working long hours in a declining sector only leads to exhaustion. Instead, it's essential to periodically reevaluate your environment. Ask yourself, is my industry growing? Is my compensation tied to that growth? Moving forward, it's essential to create a strategy with clear audits. Assess your position in your industry and network, evaluate your exposure and asymmetric opportunities, and always consider your downside protection. Wealth does not just come from the grind, it comes from how you structure your exposure and risk. Think about where you are positioned, where your asymmetry lies, and what protects you. If wealth depends solely on your efforts, it is time to shift. If it grows due to strategic choices and ownership, you have constructed a sustainable wealth model. Stay tuned for the next video where we'll explore how to identify those coveted asymmetric opportunities early, providing you with an edge before they become apparent to others. Remember, design the right environment, engineer the upside, and protect your base. That's how you accelerate your wealth effectively.